Guys, welcome to Homestead Stories. This is Miguel. Thanks for joining me today. Today I wanted to show you something I've been working on here. I'm in the process of upgrading my jacuzzi tub that I have in my master ensuite. We want to convert it from a waterfall jacuzzi tub to just a more standard, like a soaking tub type of jacuzzi. So today that's what we're going to be doing. Let me show you. So yeah, as you can see, this jacuzzi has seen better days. It's quite old, but it's still functional. So we had thought about just ripping it out and putting a regular clawfoot soaking tub, but just in looking at the cost that would be involved there, we just decided to go ahead and just retrofit this one a little bit to our needs. And it just needs a little bit of TLC, and we're going to go ahead and start addressing some of these issues. So the first thing you can see is that this waterfall spout here is in really bad shape, and they don't actually sell this particular piece anymore. So we're going to go ahead and replace it. We're going to go ahead and also switch these out, these water valves here that are leaking. So we're going to go ahead and replace this and replace that. I'm going to show you here in a second what we're going to replace it with. Okay, so as you can see, that's going to be the new water spout. That's going to go right there. And then we have two of these, one for the hot and for the cold, and those are going to go in place of these right here. So in order to do that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead, and as you can see here, here's the hot and cold water supply lines there. So we're going to go ahead and cut into these, and we're going to apply some shark bite fittings at the cut that we make, and it's going to allow us to go ahead with these braided stainless steel lines to go ahead and attach it to these valves here, and I'm going to replumb it. There's also a supply line that runs that way that feeds the water into the waterfall spout there. So we're going to go ahead and also run a stainless steel line from down here out that way to go ahead and supply that water. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start cutting these supply lines here. We've been sure to shut off the water down at the main. Got just this. This is a ratcheting pipe cutter that we're using. This so we can release the cutter, and you can see there it made a cut right there to that line, and we're going to go ahead and do the same thing to the cold water line there. So now we're going to go up top here and we're going to loosen the connection up here, the nut up here, so that this piece of pipe comes down, separates from the jacuzzi. And then we're going to insert our shark bite fittings into these connections here. That will allow us to go ahead and make new shutoff valves here, because currently there is no shutoff valve at this point. These knobs here had like a little plastic cover. I popped them off and exposed the screw here. So we're going to go ahead and unscrew these covers here so that we can go ahead and loosen the valve from the pipe that we just cut. Okay. See how that comes off there? So that gives us access to starting to loosen this up here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and loosen that nut that you see right there so that the valve comes free of the jacuzzi. All right, guys, so one important thing to remember, I went ahead and cut the lines here, and I just put a little bit of electrical tape on it to help me remember which one's the hot and cold. You want to use one of these brushes here to make sure that you clean off the tops of the pipes that you're going to insert the shark bite fittings in, because they need a nice, clean, polished finish in order for the shark bite to make a good connection. So these steel brushes have these holes with different diameters for the different diameter pipe, and you just put them in and basically rotate it around the top of the pipe. You see how nice and shiny it leaves it there. Then you also want to sit there and you want to deburr the inside of the pipe as well. That's where one of these little tools come in. It has like a little sharp blade here, and you just rotate it around the inside here, and it helps to shave off any little burrs that may be in there, because you don't want that going in and causing the fitting to fail as a result, or even for pieces of it to come out and clog your shark bite fitting. So as you can see, we cut that off. We're going to insert the shark bite fittings here, the shutoff valves, and then we're going to work on trying to get this off here so that the top valves can come off. All right, another little tool I recommend is I picked up this little gauge tool at Home Depot, and it has, you can't probably see it here, but it has little, perhaps you can, little measurements on it depending on what size pipe you're working with. And this is 1/2 inch here. So what this does is it allows you to put it over the pipe you're working on, and it tells you how far your shark bite fitting should go down in order to make a correct seal. So you will go ahead and insert this in, make a mark with like a Sharpie, and that way you know when you've pushed your shark bite fitting in deep enough. All right, so you can see we removed the waterfall valve and the hot and cold water valves here, and we're going ahead and installing the new valve, and we're going to go ahead and install these braided water lines that screw into this new faucet that I had showed you earlier. That's going to go in the center there, and then we're going to order a deck plate to cover those holes that used to attach the original waterfall. And then we're going to go ahead and install the valves here and here for the hot and cold water. So you can see I went ahead and installed the shark bite fitting here with the new shutoff valve. Like I said, the previous connection did not have shutoff valves for the hot and cold water. So went ahead and put this steel braided connection here and installed it to the threaded end of the shark bite fitting. So with shark bite here with a 1/2 inch threaded connection here for the steel cable here. So went ahead and installed the new water valves, hot and cold, in place of the other original ones that the jacuzzi had, and you can see the faucet there. Now the only thing is you can see that there is a little bit of a gap there, so when I order the deck plate, that's going to cover that, and it's going to make it look more custom, as if it, you know, it'll give it more of a flush appearance there. So hope you found this video helpful. If you have any comments or questions, just feel free to leave a comment. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I encourage you to hit subscribe. Thanks and have a great day.